Good morning, Hoosiers, and welcome to Times News 24/7, brought to you by the Noblesville Times Online in living color from the Times studio. I'm Stu Clampett with your top headlines for Monday, March 28th, 2011. Today's news is brought to you in part by the Indiana Poison Center. Children act fast. Soda poisons. Call the Indiana Poison Center at 1-800-222-1222 for poison prevention tips. The Poison Center provides free treatment and prevention advice 24 hours a day. In our top story today, it looks like Legacy Christian School may get the building and new home it has coveted after all. On Tuesday night, the Noblesville Common Council will vote on selling Forest Hill Elementary School at 470 Lakeside Drive to Legacy after approving to purchase the building from the Noblesville schools. According to the memorandum of understanding that both parties agreed to in December, Noblesville schools will receive $275,000 and a waiver of fees for current and existing building projects from the city. School officials said the amount could equate to $1.5 million. The city of Noblesville will receive $840,000 from Legacy to purchase the building. While the city will purchase Forest Hill and its approximately 15 acres of property, it will be selling only 10.4 acres of the land to Legacy. In other news, arrest warrants have been issued by the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office in relation to a burglary in Westfield on February 15, 2011. Witnesses saw a black Chevrolet Monte Carlo parked in the driveway prior to the resident coming home to discover that the door had been broken and many items were missing. Westfield Police Department evidence technician obtained fingerprints from the items inside the home, and those fingerprints belonged to Decarius Phillips, 18, and Anthony Scott, 19, both of Indianapolis. IMPD located and arrested Phillips and Scott for the attempted burglary. They were driving a black Monte Carlo at the time, which contained property from the burglary and theft in Westfield. Jason and Carrie Young organized Saturday's Martin Family Benefit as a way to pay it forward after the Hamilton Heights community helped the Atlanta couple and their 5 children navigate through tough times following an accident Jason had in September 2009 when a large tree fell on him, leaving him paralyzed from the waist down. Well, when they learned about the challenges facing the Martin family of Cicero, the Youngs and the Hamilton Heights community epitomized what makes living in a small town great. They rallied together to help their neighbors in need. They hosted a benefit with food sales, raffles, and more. According to Carrie Young, they had an incredible turnout with lots of volunteers showing up at the last moment. The wind was the only thing biting at the Humane Society for Hamilton County's second Parade a Pit celebration and education event Saturday at the shelter on Pleasant Street in Noblesville. The brisk early spring temperatures were tempered by the bright sunny day through the end of the featured parade of dogs and walkers. They all had similar looks with cold, wet noses, bundled up, and having fun. Executive Director of the Humane Society for Hamilton County, Rebecca Stevens, said that a great number of dogs at the shelter are pit bull mixes. A problem, Stevens says, is largely due to the misconception of the breed itself. That's why Saturday's event was as much about education as having fun. More information is available at hamiltonhumane.com. Sports and local weather with Indiana's weatherman Paul Poteet are both up next.
The heat is on. The Times and several Hamilton County businesses are helping local residents afford utility costs with our new The Heat is On promotion. The heat is on. The Times will pay up to $200 for one utility bill submitted by promotion winners. One day each week in February, the Times will publish a promotion page and entry form for The Heat is On. Entrants must be 18 years of age or older to win, and only one entry per person per week is allowed. Keep your eyes on the Times because the heat is on. The heat is
Hi from Studio B. It is Monday, and I'm meteorologist Paul Poteet as we continue our coverage of Hamilton County right here on Times News 24/7. Indiana's weatherman's got you covered with the latest on the forecast for Monday, which looks pretty good today. I know it feels cold out there, and it will continue to. I'll show you some facts on that in just a few moments. But high pressure that is up in Wisconsin today will send a flow of northeasterly dry air our way. Winds move generally around an area of high pressure clockwise at the surface, so count on a northeasterly breeze and count on any significant precipitation staying away from us. They may have some snow in Virginia and western North Carolina today. Some heavy snow is possible in parts of South Dakota and Nebraska, but that's all a factor that stays to the west. Although I do have some snow, again, to talk about in the forecast. Now, you'll recall we were talking about the chance of maybe seeing up to an inch of snow Saturday night into Sunday morning. Did not happen. The snow stayed well to the south. They did have the 1 to 3 inches in southern Indiana, but the cutoff line was just nice and sharp down around Bloomington, and so we ended up with nothing. We'll see. We've got a chance for some more snow flying around on Wednesday. But again, if we would get it, it wouldn't last, so it's not a huge travel headache for you. Forecast today, then, we showed you that high pressure. Its effect will be this. Here's a map of central Indiana showing those temperatures that are below average, but there'll be a nice display of sun. 43 in Lafayette, about 42 in Kokomo, 42 in Muncie. Around here, I think it'll be 45 for the high temp. In Indianapolis, about 46 degrees. Now, what about the rest of the week and the month even, and into next month? Check this out. This is the latest 8 to 14 day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, and the overall trends favor colder than average temperatures still for all of Indiana, and as a matter of fact, for a good chunk of the United States. This is for, say, April 4th through April 10th, almost up to tax time. Temperatures below normal and precipitation actually a little bit above average. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to have a lot of snow, but it could be some chilly rains on and off for the next couple of weeks. What about this work week? Here's the forecast from paulpoteet.com with temperatures today up into the mid-40s for us and skies that should be mostly to partly sunny. And then our forecast for tomorrow has temperatures a little bit warmer into the upper 40s. Then a chance of snow, maybe starting with a snow-rain mix sometime Tuesday evening. And then as temperatures cool, all snow sometime after midnight going into Wednesday morning. But right now, it doesn't look like there's any accumulation from that. Wednesday afternoon, we're right back up into the mid-40s. And then by Thursday, upper 40s. Another chance of rain. That would be on Friday. Highs around 50 degrees then. And into the weekend, we go with dry conditions. Actually, next weekend looks pretty good right now. Mid to upper 50s to around 60s for high temperatures. And that's your forecast. Of course, I've got it all day long, the latest radar and a lot of other non-weather fun. Anytime you are looking for a place to visit, stop by paulpoteet.com, and I'll see you there. In the meantime, stay tuned for more Hamilton County news, weather, and sports. It's all right here on the channel that you watch every day for the latest information on Hamilton County. We'll be right back with more on Times News 24/7.
The heat is on. The Times and several Hamilton County businesses are helping local residents afford utility costs with our new The Heat is On promotion.
The heat is on.
The Times will pay up to $200 for one utility bill submitted by promotion winners. One day each week in February, The Times will publish a promotion page and entry form for The Heat is On. Entrants must be 18 years of age or older to win, and only one entry per person per week is allowed. Keep your eyes on The Times because the heat is on.
The heat is on.
3 former Hamilton Heights athletes are having a good early season in the baseball diamond from Marian University in Indianapolis. Junior pitcher Caleb Small threw 7 innings, allowed 1 earned run on 4 hits, and fanned out 4 batters in a victory over Northern Ohio. Jared Mills, a junior, is hitting .400 and has 5 RBIs. TJ Witham, a sophomore, is 0-0 on the mound with 8 strikeouts in 6.1 innings. The DePaul University baseball team is loaded with former Hamilton County players, 7 in all. Westfield sophomore Zach Gallion, Southeastern's freshman Robbie Stein, Zach Starr, a freshman from Southeastern, Sam Swafford, a junior from Noblesville, Carmel sophomore Sam Yeary, Southeastern freshman J.T. Timmer, and Garin Catholic senior Joe Wojia. DePaul University plays Oglethorpe at home this weekend. Noblesville athlete Chelsea Atan helped the Ohio State University win its 3rd straight 27th overall U.S. Collegiate Synchronized Swimming Championship, which took place March 17th to 19th in Buffalo, New York. Ohio State scored 93 points, edging Stanford University's 90 points out of the mark. Atan, a freshman at OSU, was also named to the 2011 U.S. Collegiate Academic All-Star Team as she carries a 3.9 grade point average in actuarial science. Ohio State will host the 2011 U.S. National Championships on April 13th through the 16th at the McCorkle Aquatics Pavilion. Today's news was brought to you in part by the National Guard. In the National Guard, you serve your country as a soldier and you serve the people of your community. In the aftermath of a natural disaster, you bring food, supplies, medical aid, and most important, you bring hope. This is the moment to change your life and perhaps someone else's. Visit NationalGuard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. That's your local news for Monday. For more information on these and other stories, visit our homepage or pick up a print copy of the Noblesville Times. For Times News 24/7, I'm Stu Clampett.